how have you been?
Good. How have you been?
Good.
I feel like I got you at an opportune time.
Right now?
Yeah.
I hope.
Because I was listening to your most recent podcast. What's going on with dating? Can I ask?
I mean, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, this is Brooke, Averick.
Hi, Gabby. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. You guys, I feel like everyone knows you.
No.
Yes.
Everyone knows you.
No.
It's your podcast. And just in the world in general. It's not good.
No.
I had to reach out to an old therapist today.
Stop.
Because I haven't been in active therapy in like a minute.
Yeah.
Because I was like feeling like let's just get right into the therapy of it all.
Yeah, I know. Same. Always at the top of the episode.
Right
I'm
at
like,
the top.
Here's what's going on with Carol, my therapist. Here's my medications.
Yeah.
I'm self-changing all the time, a la carte. But no, you have to take a break from therapy sometimes. 'Cause
Yeah.
at some point, you're like, are you just taking my money?
I just felt like we were just like going in circles. So I was
Yeah.
like, let's take a step back. So I did have to reach out yesterday because
Bitch, I'm back.
Bitch, I'm back.
Yeah.
I said much to discuss in the subject line. I just feel like I downloaded Hinge again.
Yeah.
I had been off the apps for a really long time. And like I just feel like it's giving me a nervous breakdown like more than anything really ever has before.
What about it?
It's just like I maybe am
excite
like
your nervous system again.
I feel like I've been feeling a little bit like better about myself than in the past recently, which is really exciting. And that just completely has been shot to shit by Hinge because it's like everyone on there, at least guys, it's like this really is like not ideal. And I feel like every like I send is kind of like, well, maybe I'll give this a chance, even though it's like very not ideal. And they won't match me back. And that's like where the crash out's kind of. I feel like I'm starting to spiral from that.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard dating in that environment because obviously we know you don't meet them in person.
Right.
But it's like also like what are dudes? I didn't know if it was going to be like the state of these men is sending you to therapy.
The state of the men in addition to the men in those state not liking me back is really like giving me such pause.
What is sending a like though? I feel, or like, do you hard to picture?
Yeah, that's a great question because I know you're supposed to like be interactive and say something, but I can't bring myself to do that with someone that I'm just like, ugh.
Because it's probably them. Men are insecure and they don't want to make the first move. I feel
well, I'm making it,
but just by sending a like,
and they don't even have to say anything, just like me back.
Yeah.
Just I think what is, and this is what I'll tell my therapist, like what I'm struggling with is someone looking at my profile and pressing X. I think like I just keep kind of seeing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's hard, but I'm sure that's just not what's happening. Because how do you like you back?
So I would go into a separate like these people like you section, and then they see that I like them, and then they have the chance to either match with me, which means they would like me back, or get rid of me. And it does seem like most of them are choosing the latter.
Can you tell? I mean, this is crazy to me, and people just probably say this all the time. That's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe it. You're the total package, but I really feel it's obviously them. Like, this is the state of men these days.
I don't know. I just am feeling like really like defeated. And it's fine though.
Yeah.
But and then there was someone who I was like, oh, I think this is my soulmate, and I just really decided that based off of a few pictures.
Totally.
But I really felt that way, and so I'd obviously like screenshotted their profile just to be like screenshotting, so when we get married, like I'll have the first time I saw you, timestamped, etc.
Yeah.
And they have this. He's not matched me back, and I've just been telling myself like, he's not on the app.
No,
because he's so the kind of person that I would gravitate towards. Is so chill, just like checks once every month to a year. I was like, I'll give him 365 days. Like I'm not worried.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, right before I emailed my therapist, I was like looking at the screenshot again of him, and it said active now.
No.
Which is actually what inspired the email.
Much to discuss.
Much to discuss.
Correct.
But anyway, it's fine. It's just like I really have been wanting to put myself out there more. I turn 29 next month, and I'm like, this isn't funny anymore.
No, yeah.
Like I want to start dating.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like with the but and I do and it sucks, but I do think you have to say something.
I agree.
I've never done the like thing on Hinge.
Yeah.
It's always like, because you know how Bumble is like, and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Because if it's
just like the olden days, I feel like women were pursued, and it's just like, does that just not happen at all anymore? I don't know.
Not unless you're a lesbian.
Yeah.
Which hopefully.
Fingers crossed, Gabby.
One day you'll convert.
Fingers crossed, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, how are you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just completely went into it.
No, what kind of what are you looking for? Have I already asked you this? Do you want like a Jewish boy?
I actually right now, I mean, I'm not like opposed. Like I'm not swiping left if it's like Jewish.
Yeah.
But I'm like definitely interested in maybe more diversity there. Because I just think that like culturally I feel so Jewish just in terms of, I don't know, like maybe just like what you would just like stereotypically associate. Just like I'm just like, kind of whiny and tired and hungry and just like all that stuff. And I'm looking for someone maybe just very different from that. Like someone kind of more relaxed. And that's fine if they are Jewish and happen to be that way. But I just haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like have such a calming presence.
I've never heard that before.
And listening to you on podcasts and stuff, I'm like, oh my God. Even I feel like it's just like you, it's your voice, it's the way you deliver things. I could not ever imagine you being nervous. But people
really,
people
I feel that way about you. You're just so maybe it's like refreshing to hear someone else that's like anxious underneath everything and just kind of, I don't know.
No, same. It brings me peace.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. No, I feel that way too.
Shaking like a leaf on the inside, but can kind of hold it together on the outside.
Yeah. No, you just like talking about your meds and everything is just like such like a warm blanket.
I have to. I'll have nothing else to talk about. It's always top of mind.
Yeah. How was your last we spoke, you started Lamictal.
Yes.
I've been thinking about that.
Oh
drug
my God.
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, ever since you mentioned it.
It's like, it's the only drug that's worked for me.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of wanted to get off it at one point because it does, it like depresses your immune system.
Oh, wow.
I got, which I would not shut the fuck up about. I got the flu and then I got bronchitis. And the bronchitis lasted so long. It was taking up my day in and day out, which I kind of loved because it was like all self-care, Vicks, lots of water.
Sometimes being sick is like a break that you needed.
Yeah, it's so nice until
it's not.
Until you're like, is this chronic?
Yeah,
is this
exactly.
Turn into something? But I brought it to my psychiatrist because I had read like Lamictal does this to your immune system. And I was like, I think, I have to entertain something different. She was like, are you kidding? It's like, this is the only medication that's worked for you.
Right.
Just was not taking it off. Yeah. Which I appreciate.
I was going to say that's kind of nice because every time I've gone to my psychiatrist with like the smallest, like my foot itches, like she's like, let's switch it up. And it's like, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, no, you need someone that's stern with you.
Yeah.
She can like see through my bullshit.
That's good.
At one point, well, this isn't really like seeing through, but at one point she's like, you don't seem depressed to our point. And what do you want me to be when I show up to these virtual meetings?
Right. In bed, like.
Right. Sobbing.
Yeah.
Like I can't turn it on for you.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, on the inside, I'm not taking these meds for fun.
Right. Who would?
Right. But what about you? How's your journey?
My med journey, I feel like I've been on the same combo for a while, which is my Wellbutrin and Cymbalta.
It's working.
Combo. Well, every time I say that, people are like, you shouldn't be on those two at the same time.
What do they know?
I don't know, but I am kind of scared.
Yeah.
But because they're both like, I guess kind of uppers, which
Cymbalta
I do need
upper?
that. I think so.
I've tried it once.
That's my understanding.
And it made me so tired.
Is that there's a little bit more like pizzazz in it because it's not an SSRI.
What is it?
It's an SNRI, and I think the N is like put some pep in your step.
Yes.
And so that and Wellbutrin, which is another like upper, people are like, you really shouldn't be on both. And it's like, I still sleep for 14 hours. I'm not too worried.
Right. No.
But
you're the
maybe
ideal
that's
patient
why. I
for
don't
the combo.
know.
That's the same. I need an upper.
Yeah.
I think because I'm so tired. And I've had, I love that this is our topic.
I do too. It's
like let's get
into
like,
it.
do people not want to hear this?
I think it must be nice maybe a little.
Yeah. I mean, both of us have tried literally every medication. So it's nice to hear people talk about it. I think I would. Special interest.
Yeah, it's definitely a special interest.
Yeah.
But I love hearing people talk about what they're passionate about. And that for us, that happens to be psychiatric medications, and that's fine.
It comes from the gut, straight from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
This is all I want to talk
about. It's a passion project.
But I've done SNRIs. Have you tried Prestique?
No, what's that?
A lot of people like it. People say it's like life-changing. For me, it made me so irritable.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just like so irritable in general that I don't know what's from meds and what's not.
What's not, literally. I'm like tracking my period. I brought it to my psychiatrist because like some weeks I'll be really happy and then the other weeks it feels like a mood swing.
Yeah.
I think she's too afraid to diagnose me because of the stigma.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm swinging.
Yeah.
I'm swinging.
Maybe I'm swinging hard.
Yes. So finally I started keeping track just for like the month of May. And I brought her the dates and stuff and she's like, okay, well, what about the other months? I'm like, I didn't do it then.
Yeah.
This is the information I have. Can't you help me out?
Right.
And then she just prescribes me calcium carbonate.
Is that just like a supplement? Yeah. What else, like if she was like, oh, like I'm diagnosing you with bipolar disorder, like what would be different?
I think like, I don't know because this Lamictal is it can be used for bipolar. So I don't know if we would up it or add an SSRI. But she's like, I know you've tried every SSRI. It hasn't worked for you. Have you heard of that one test that it's like, I don't know what kind of DNA you have to give. Probably a lot.
I'll give it all.
Same. I've done 23andMe.
Yeah, it's already out there.
I know AI has everything about us, but it tells you what kind of medications you would metabolize.
I would love to do something like that.
Yeah.
And the thing where they like look at your brain and they're like, this is lighting up here, and so because of that you need this. It's like
I've never heard of that.
Standard practice, I think, just like figuring out what you need like, based off of your biology.
Right, exactly. I think it's like expensive but maybe insurance will cover it. But who's gonna prescribe this for me?
Yeah, someone's got to.
Yeah.
I really do want to do that.
You should.
Have you ever seen that guy on TikTok that he's like an not older, but probably like 50s, like bald guy, psychiatrist
who like right up my alley.
Who like he works with the Kardashians a lot.
Okay, even more up my alley.
And he just like analyzes the brain, I guess, like through imaging, but he's also very into like more natural stuff, which I'm like, I need like hard drugs for this.
Same.
But he does do some hard drugs, but he's just like very like brain analysis. I don't know. It's like I'm just like curious, like what exactly is wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to know like how I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Like concrete.
Yeah.
It's like the brain is so malleable. It's different for everybody, but there has to be something more specific.
I know. I'm really curious about that. And I want to do some sort of like, I'll give my blood, like whatever.
No, you can crack open my skull maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, you could lobotomize.
Please.
If it has like evolved into a better procedure.
Yeah.
Than just leaving me like a toddler, I'd be down.
I would too. And I'm shocked it hasn't.
Honestly.
Maybe that's what meds are.
Right. Yeah. No, they definitely like scramble things up.
Yeah.
In a good way. There's like electroshock therapy.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Are they doing that?
They still do
presently?
It. Yeah. For like massively depressed patients.
Like,
sometimes it's the only thing that helps.
Yeah.
Which would be terrifying. Maybe I would do it in like my 70s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever.
No, I feel that would really scare me. Because you also like lose a lot of memory, right? Or like who you are.
Probably. Yeah, but I already don't have a lot of memory.
Really?
So maybe I should do it sooner.
Do you think like you have memory loss like as a result of just like it's like you're repressing?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like not wanting to feel and maybe even being like disconnected from your experience.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel like depression is for me. Sometimes it's not even like out of body, but sometimes I just can't feel what's actually going on.
Yes.
Like,
I used to feel always like I was at like a rave. This makes no sense. But like,
I want your kind.
Like, you know when there's like, I've never been to a rave.
You're like, I just took Molly and
like,
this is what.
Or
me
like
either.
a haunted house. Like if you're going through a haunted house and there's like strobe lights and you're kind of like, what's like disassociating kind of. I used to feel like that a lot in college. Like I'm just went through the day, but like it was all very like I felt like I just went through a haunted house. Like I can't tell you like linearly what happened or anything.
No, that's a great way to put it. Kind of same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always like looking forward to bedtime.
Always.
I just get through the day just to get to bed.
When I was like most depressed, this is like depressing.
This
I'm
is
so sorry. We can move on after this.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
If I could only talk about my depression all the time.
I know it really is so comforting because I feel like I never really do. But when I was like at my most depressed, every morning I would wake up, I'd be like, okay, 12 more hours until you're like back in this exact spot.
Yeah, it's such
So
a reprieve.
sad.
I know, it is sad. It's like my psychiatrist described it as like kind of like an angsty like lethargy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm so like I just got to get through this like but always tired moving through it. And the only break you get is at night.
Completely.
I know. But do you feel like Cymbalta helps now?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like I would say like right now, just about my life in like the past 5 years or so, like I have depression. Like I can slip back into it very easily.
Yeah.
But I feel like overall like pretty content and like I know how to manage it. And I mean, I just am like anxious and depressed always, but it's not like necessarily like defining or debilitating.
Yeah. No, same, because it's always like in the background.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to explain to people. I'm like, I'm not like in this moment.
Yeah.
You know, I can get through it in worse days than others, but it's like a black cloud.
No, yeah. And I feel like that's really hard to explain to people when you're not like in active distress.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm like technically fine, but like, you know, it's there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm like scared. Like I know it has the potential to like be bad again should like XYZ happen. You know, perfect storm. But
yeah. I saw your Instagram story of the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, that was when I saw Active Now. That was actually that moment.
And that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, that was that moment. I like can't stress enough. Like I don't know who this person is. Do you know what limerence is?
Like, no. I've heard it before though.
Yeah, it's like I guess like a psychological phenomenon where you are so obsessed with the person and it's easily like mistaken with like love, but it's very much just like an obsession that's a projection of like what you would want. Like just like a projection of you onto someone else that has nothing to do with them and like you don't actually care about this person. It's
Which
just
I
like
feel like we all go through.
Yeah. But I'm having pretty bad limerence right now.
You're still thinking of this guy. What's his name?
I can't say. There's no way. No, I don't know. I literally don't know him. Like I don't know him.
But it's like he does need to make the first move. Because
X'd.
like look at
he did
what
make his own move.
No, he didn't X. You can't tell, can you?
I mean, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, he was
and he was active now.
He was active now then.
I will say, here's like the delusion.
Yeah,
I need to like really.
I think delusion is good. How would we get here unless we had some delusion?
Yeah,
and I do think I think these men are such pussies.
Yeah,
that you have to send something in writing.
I think I will, but
no pressure.
I've noticed like when I've sent a few likes to people, and they haven't liked me back, I've gotten them again.
Yeah, and it's like forcing
and it's like, okay, I know you have X'd me because you're now back here. Like I'm back in your.
Oh, do you know that for sure?
I don't think that I could still be like sitting in someone's liked and also get them again because I wouldn't be able to send them 2 likes. But here's where the delusion comes in is that I have not seen him again, so that makes me think maybe I am just sitting in his likes because I'm not like he wasn't thrown back out to me. Yeah. This is the only thing I can tell myself.
No, and it sounds like a reliable story.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. Sometimes you just cannot with these like apps. Like they don't have the highest of tech working on their algos.
I know.
They need Mark Zuckerberg in there maybe. So it doesn't seem like it's working.
Something really bad that I will say that I did that I don't even feel comfortable admitting.
Send roses?
Oh, I actually did send a rose once because this guy was in Rose Jail.
What's Rose Jail?
Rose Jail is this like standout section where guys who like get like the most likes probably they're like locked up behind this wall and you have like 10 of them and you can send one a rose if you choose, but you can't send them a normal like. Like you would have to send them a rose or Nothing.
Is that, but also is that because they like are paying for a certain tier?
No, I think they're just hotter than.
No,
they really are usually the standouts.
But that's red flags. Like, if I was into dating dudes, I would not go for the hot ones. They're gay.
No, the hot one. I've never been interested unless they're like a celebrity in like hot people like in the real world. But and again, like the guy that I've been limericing over is not hot. Like it's like upsetting. But I sent someone a rose who was a standout because I was like, they're so man of my dreams.
What was man of your dreams about
He
it?
had glasses.
Like
that was about it.
Yeah, he has 4 eyes.
Yeah, and I really liked that. And he matched me back, and I was like,
okay,
shocked.
Yeah.
And
do you wear glasses?
I wear contacts.
Okay, yeah.
But I do
if
I don't have my contacts in.
Yes. Yeah, relatability.
Yeah. And his first message to me was that he wanted to come on Brooke and Connor make a podcast.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I was literally like, I am going to kill myself right now.
Yeah, because the audacity. Did you respond?
Yeah.
You're like, we got an opening on Tuesday.
I did. But that looking back, like that would have been, I should have been like, yeah, come
you
on.
Yes.
I think that would have been really funny.
Yeah, and embarrassed the fuck out of him.
But he's gone. I've like deleted my Hinge 18 times since that, so I haven't seen him again. But something that I was going to say is it's also hard like knowing that you have an online presence because always in the back of my head, and like granted, like I feel like a lot of straight guys probably like have not seen me, which is great.
Yeah.
But like some definitely have like seen clips and I'm like, okay, you know who I am. You've heard me talk. You've like seen me in action and you don't like that. And that's hard pill to swallow.
I feel like you're allowing yourself to spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, because what else would you have to like fill in the gaps? But I also think there's really technical things that you're not giving enough credit for. I think the app is poorly made, and I don't. The dudes on the internet are in the manosphere.
They really are,
which is part of the problem.
Yeah, it's not
and
good.
You're the woman's sphere,
and like I also feel like men don't have to be on the apps. Like you really could go out and kind of just like get someone. Like that's just the way the world operates right now, is that like especially in LA, like men are in higher demand right now. Like there are so many gorgeous single women and like not many like available like attractive men, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you don't have to be on the app. So like if you are on the apps, like that's a red flag in itself.
Right. Or act like it.
Yeah.
Use it to its full potential.
Yeah. It's
but
really
I don't know.
horrible.
I feel like men are becoming in less and less demand. Like at least all the Reddits I'm on, which I've probably like curated it.
Yeah.
It's like they're all like, why don't women want me? It's like the male loneliness.
Yeah.
Welcome. We've been lonely our whole lives.
Yeah. I mean, truly. And I don't even know.
I feel like it's like LA. They're like Peter Pan. I don't even know if the guys on these apps have jobs.
Right.
Like, did it say what this guy did who wanted to come on the podcast?
What the guy that wanted to come on the podcast? I'll look back at a screenshot because I do have one.
Yes.
But I don't know. And then it was also like,
he's unemployed.
I remember it was like there's like a drinking, weed, and drugs section. And like, for me, like if you put yes to drugs, like you must do drugs.
Right, because
like,
there's already a check for weed.
Right.
And then
like
drugs are a different
the drugs,
category.
like if you do drugs, like occasionally, like I wouldn't put that on my profile. Like you don't, you have an option to show that. But his was like drugs, yes. And like I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm not interested in being with someone that is like drugs, yes.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's fine. Like I'm willing to overlook so much.
Yes.
But
yeah, you can go on like a coke fueled rage on the weekends. I'll look the other way.
I will look the other way, and then you can come on my podcast after your coke bender. It's just like, but and I've been trying to go out.
Yes, how's
more.
That?
Horrible.
No, I saw your TikTok the other day. You look so cute.
Oh my god, thank you. But yeah, I just kind of
go out like because I couldn't go. I do think it's the population. Like dating in LA is terrible.
Yeah.
All my single friends dating here. I mean, absolutely.
I know.
Like, you just can't believe it. Because I feel like it's like literally the total package.
Yeah.
Like, and then just no men.
I also think like in LA, you are here usually for a reason. Like 90% of the time, like you're chasing something.
Right.
And a lot of the times it's like in LA, it's like entertainment.
Yeah.
And men in that are a little bit scarier than men that are not in that.
Yeah.
Field.
Unless you're like behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an animator.
Yeah. That's great. Like I would love something like that. But even just like agents or like somebody in the music industry, like
terrifying.
It's all like a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gay and so am I, and we're out and we're proud. So you've probably heard of Field. It's a modern dating app for the curious and those seeking to express and explore their sexuality outside of established blueprints. It sounds pretty gay, and we love that. Or it could be straight, whatever you want. But Field has cultivated a community that recognizes, respects, and celebrates sexual diversity and individuality. They have a research initiative called The State of Dating, which is an ongoing project that examines how human connection is evolving. Volume 3 dives deep into relationship anarchy. It sounds maybe like something unruly, and that's because it is. Maybe not unruly, but just not what we're totally used to, which is the whole idea of being gay. And it's great and it's liberating. But relationship anarchy is a relationship style rooted in equality, freedom, and intentionality, and how people are reimagining intimacy in radically equal, radically human ways. Relationship anarchy is about building your connections based on mutual values, not societal expectations. That's why we're all here, no? And it sounds like it's rooted in communication, which is just what we need. It's like, why don't we talk to our partners for once and build the relationship with empathy, honesty, and respect? Not obligation, ownership, or rank. This is what relationship anarchy believes in. This approach dismantles hierarchies in love, because love and intimacy shouldn't have to follow a hierarchy. In other words, you make the rules, no tradition, not the algorithm, and definitely not the patriarchy. Obviously, why else are we here? The writing is on the wall. The world is dying. The new world is joyfully being born, and it looks like relationship anarchy. It is more common than you think. A lot of people are already practicing it. They just don't have a name for it. So there. And it's especially known in queer and gender diverse spaces. Trans, non-binary, and gender diverse people are up to 3.6 times more likely to know about RA, relationship anarchy, than cis men and women. Demisexual people are even more aware, 4.5 times more than heterosexual people. Aren't we just more aware? Isn't that just what we've been saying? But especially when it comes to relationship anarchy. And practitioners of RA are 50% more likely to say having a range of connection helps with loneliness. The male loneliness epidemic could never. So download Field now on the App Store or Google Play and discover if you're into relationship anarchy. There's so much good TV out this summer, and thank God, because I am already sick of the UVA and the UVB. I have to protect my silk satin skin at all times. So I'll be watching TV from the inside and looking at the sun also from the inside. So good news for me that FX has a new original comedy coming out called Adults. You've probably seen clips on TikTok. After checking it out, it all feels so familiar. Adults is a comedy that will feel relatable. If you ever find humor in the struggles of being an adult in 2025, who doesn't? Say it with me now, tariffs. Say it with me now, all of these new types of driver's license and passports. Good luck if you remember your social security number or if you have to call your mommy. I remember mine, but I'm sure you don't. You probably can't even remember to drink water. Again, I can, but I know I'm really highly functioning. Or you could be having your third existential crisis of the month. Now that I can relate to. But the best part is that all the episodes will be ready for your next weekend binge. Watch FX's Adults Wednesdays on FX. All episodes are now streaming on Hulu. Yeah, no, I wouldn't know like what. I mean, we're here, for that. But like as far as like the agents scare me basically.
Yeah, agents are scary. Like. No, just like so like and also, hungry.
Yes, and they want to be like close to celebrity.
Yeah.
So like this guy being like, I want to come on your podcast. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, it really is tough. So anyway, going out in person hasn't. Yeah. I don't know what to do there either.
Because is there anyone like you would like? What are the vibes like going out? What are the dudes like? Where do you go out?
Well, I've been trying to go out in Silver Lake.
Yes,
because I feel like that's like if you're not from LA, like that's more of like the artsy side. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've just been trying to have like open body language, which is what the people on TikTok tell me to do. Yeah, I've just been kind of sitting there with like my shoulders back, tits out,
arms open,
and it's not doing anything.
No.
So I also don't think it helps that like I'm usually like I have a lot of guy friends. They're all gay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that is not ideal.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like who else are we supposed to hang out with?
Right.
Yeah. And you could probably tell they're gay. So at least like you have a good friend group.
Yeah.
You know that. But I think men have lost all like motivation or just me. I can go on and on. But it's like
I wish you would.
They like don't like they hate women.
Yeah.
Right now it's like why don't you want a relationship?
Right.
Here I am, my body language.
Right. Look at my body language. It's also like, especially on the dating apps, there's just so many options, and I've heard this so many times that men just like are constantly just like there's gonna be something better. Like I'm swiping left because like sure, like you might be cute, but like I can find something better.
Yeah, but it's like you can't,
right?
Because nobody even wants them,
right?
And it's like pictures you can't. I mean, we know, you can't tell like everything by photo, and plus I get in LA, it's like they're probably going for like.
Yeah, it's a very
the
specific
basic girl
type.
Yeah, but it's like there's just it's so hard online dating and just dating in LA. Would you ever like? Because I know you're a musical theater fanatic.
Yeah.
Which like I have never gotten into musical theater. I want you to like show me the ropes.
Oh my God, Gabby, say less. I'd love to.
Yes. Would you ever move to New York though to be close to Broadway?
I've thought about it recently. I just don't love New York for more than like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I think
it's not good for our depression.
No, it's really not. It's so overwhelming and like you just can't get away. Mm-hmm. I think if I did move to the East Coast, I'd move back home to Philly.
Oh yeah.
And then it really is so easy getting to New York.
Yeah.
So
no, because do you miss Broadway in LA?
I really do. I'm going to New York in a few weeks. I have 2 shows I have tickets for, which I'm really excited about.
To?
I'm going to Sunset Boulevard, which I don't really know anything about it.
Is that the one with the Pussycat doll?
That's Nicole Scherzinger.
Yes.
I'm really excited for that one.
It's amazing. Is it kind of like amazing. A horror?
A horror?
No. HORR.
Oh, no, I don't know, but I've seen the blood.
Okay, yeah.
That's like the last scene I know, like when they take their bows, they're covered in blood, and I have no idea why. I know nothing about it. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And then the other one I'm seeing is called Just in Time.
Okay.
Do you know who Jonathan Groff is?
No, but I know you do. I know who he is through you.
Yeah. He's just like my biggest like celebrity crush, idol, like love Broadway of my life.
Exclusively?
He is. Well, I feel like most people would know him from being on Glee.
Okay. I knew that's where you were
going. He was on Glee. Yeah. Have you seen Frozen?
Yeah.
He's the voice of Kristoff in Frozen.
Okay.
He was on the show Mindhunter, if you've heard of
I've
that.
Heard
he's
of
in
it.
like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, very big on Broadway, and he's in this new show about Bobby Darin, who was this musician who sang, you would know his songs like Splish Splash, I was taking a bath, that one. Like he has like all these old songs. And so he is playing him in this like cabaret style.
Oh, cool. What's
musical.
His story? Who's the guy behind the Splish Splash?
I don't really know. I'm excited to learn about Bobby Darin. I know he died.
Okay.
Pretty young.
Yeah.
But he was apparently like quite a performer.
Yeah.
So this show is really supposed to be just like a performance.
That's the thing with, I've only seen one. Okay. But also, why do you think like actors go to Broadway instead of like being on the screen? Is it more of like the art?
Gabby, yes. Like I would kind of be maybe like turned off by like a man who wants to act in like film, maybe if I found him on Hinge.
Okay.
But a man who wants to act in the theater, I'm like, that is, there is heart there. There is passion.
It's
like
a soul connection.
A genuine love of the craft and like the character. That is just very powerful to me.
Wow. Yeah, because I'm like, if you're on, you know, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, I'm like, well, obviously Matthew is like the D Squad.
Yeah.
I know he's not.
What's D Squad? Is that like DL?
He's like gay on the DL.
Yeah, is that what it is?
No, but just like not you know, like the bench warmers. They're not the ones to go in. This is where you go when your maybe acting career on screen falls to the wayside.
Yeah.
But I know that's not true because obviously SJP has taste.
Yeah. And also, I feel like so many of the like biggest actors now are on Broadway.
They
like
just love
Kieran
it.
Culkin, like Steve Carell, like all
Steve
these.
Carell?
He was just in a show. I don't know if he still is, but like
and he's a performer. He's an artist.
Any artist truly is like has been on the stage, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And it is inspiring.
Yeah, it really is.
I've only seen one Broadway play.
What was it?
Mary.
How was it? I want to see it so badly.
I don't know if I can see another one. I do want to see Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Just because I've heard it's incredible.
Yeah.
And I love her. What is the Pussycat Dolls song?
When I Grow Up, Buttons.
Yes, Buttons.
Don't ya? Like there's so many good ones.
So many good ones. And she's like such a performer. Her dance moves.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the other Pussycats.
No, I didn't know that. Like she really is the only one that sang. I thought it was more of like an ensemble, but it was really just her.
I know.
At the front.
Yeah, I thought all of them were gonna get a chance to like hit the mic, but they're just like background dancers.
Yeah, exactly.
It should have been called like Nicole
and the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah, but they're amazing dancers. But no, Oh Mary was like, I don't know if I could see other Broadway now because and I'm sure this is just what it's like, but it's really just its own thing. I've never seen anything like it.
I've heard.
So funny. And just the idea was so genius.
It's like if Mary Todd Lincoln like was happy about Lincoln's assassination, right? Like if it worked well for her.
Kind of. I mean, I'm like, was that it? I might have missed that part. But
no, it might not be it.
But the idea even of like embodying Mary Todd Lincoln is so crazy to me. Like, where would you even come up with this idea? And she's like, I don't want to spoiler. If you want to go, don't want to know anything. But she's like a drunk.
Oh, that's so good.
And it's so funny.
Wow.
And like Cole Escola playing, I feel like is just so perfect. It's incredible. Like they are the same person to me.
That's so, I would love to see it. I've never seen a play that's not a musical.
Oh yeah, because it's not a musical.
Yeah.
Which kind of make you like need the music. I feel like to get you into
I think
it.
I do.
Yeah.
But I would still really like to see it. I think I would really like it.
Yeah. I think it's still going on, but it has the other lead.
Yeah, I would definitely want to see Cole.
Yeah. No, they were great.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you like Legally Blonde, the musical. Should I watch? Do you like it better
Honestly,
than the movie? Because I was going to watch Wicked for you. I still haven't even seen Wicked.
Start with Wicked.
Okay, the movie.
I think I think so.
It did it justice?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're like,
I really do.
Really say no at this
I
point.
think that like the most talented, like I think they really got the most talented performers they possibly could, and they did. I think they did do it justice. It's so good. And then Legally Blonde, the musical, there's a pro shoot on YouTube that's like pretty much kind of like, I mean, you're not like getting the like, oh, I'm in the theater like ambiance, but like it is a really good like shot, and I like it more than the movie because the love story is deeper.
How does is it easier to buy the love story when it's on Broadway? Because I can't see myself being like, okay, because I feel like you're so aware that they're acting on Broadway.
No, I really think like they're like singing about like how they feel, and like you hear like you get Emmett's POV, which you don't really get in the movie, and you're like listening to him sing about falling in love with her.
Oh,
and just like there's so many added scenes with the two of them, and just like because I'm so obsessed with like love stories, like I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. No, and I like the POV. I've heard you talk about Emmett before and how who plays him? Is it Jonathan Groff?
No. It's Christian Borle, who's like another great Broadway legend who I do happen to be in love with him as well. Especially in this.
Yeah, this is your type.
Yeah.
I know, you got to get out there.
No, I know. I really like, ideally I would end up with like the token theater straight or bi, like I don't whatever.
Who like lives in LA.
Yeah.
Cause I get that. Like I would not be able to like move a city for a romantic venture just because it's just like, come on, if it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, I believe in serendipity. So it will. A Broadway guy will come out here.
I also would, like, let's say I'm gonna be 29 next month,
which like I don't say my age. I'm gonna have to bleep.
Yeah,
but I met Robbie at.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. But I will say, if I'm like 30, 30,
like, no, I can already see.
If I'm like 33 and nothing has happened, I would maybe move.
Robbie was
really okay. That's really good to know too.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
I know, because I hear maybe the dating scene is better out there, but like who's really to say?
No, who's to say? And like who's to say like not everyone would be taken by then? I don't know. It's just really tough.
2030.
But I don't know. And then there are moments like I'm like, it really would be fine if I never found anyone, because I have my cats and you know.
Yeah, I want to talk about your cats.
I love them, and it's easy to see how someone becomes like a cat lady.
Yeah.
Because you can just convince yourself like, maybe they're all I need.
Totally. That's how Robbie was. She like has a little writer's cabin in like Arrowhead. She's like, I'd be fine with me, the cabin, and Nam is what the cat's called. Yeah. You would love her.
Oh my God, I want to meet her.
I know. She's upstairs and she hides from the dog. But sometimes we lock him outside. You would love her. She's so sweet and beautiful.
What kind of cat?
I think just like a calico, but she's the runt. So she's maybe like 5 or 6 pounds. Oh my God. She looks like a kitten, and she's really sweet. But no, that's what it's saying. Like, I've lost so much hope, and I'm sure you've heard this. And also, you have to allow yourself to be like, fuck, you know, like with the dating thing. Like I went on the worst dates. I was like, when is this ever going to change? And you have to allow yourself to go through all that. But like, I genuinely believe that it's meant for everybody. And look at you. You have so much to offer.
So sweet,
like,
Gabby.
And once it happens, you'll never look back.
Right.
You will not remember.
I do feel like I need like just like something to happen once so I can be like, okay, at least it's like a possibility for me.
Don't
you know?
Yeah, I just want to give it a shot.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been a little bleak, but
how's your book?
Good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm almost done.
Oh my God, you're almost done?
I'm almost done.
When's it due?
It is, well, technically it's due in June.
Whoa,
that I would say
quick.
Is not.
Totally. You got to push.
I think it maybe will be closer to August just with like edits and everything. But it's going really well. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Hopefully the cover and release date I'll be able to announce soon. Sorry, can you hear my stomach?
No.
Okay, good.
I know you are specific about covers.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Can you say?
Well,
not really. You can't give it away.
I did want it to stand out as like a book that you would maybe not find just like at the romance table. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I do love the like cartoonish covers.
Yeah, I've heard you don't.
Well, I didn't, and then I started reading them, and then I was like, how dare I? Like I really love them. And
what is like the I guess like alternative to a cartoon cover?
So
like
that's what I've been trying to figure out.
Okay.
Not because like I don't appreciate those, but because I don't think it's just a romance. Like there's like a lot happening in the book. Like there's a lot of like mental health and like family stuff and friendship that's like I think maybe even like more prominent than the romance. So I wanted to do something different. So that is what I'm trying to do with it. So it's like not like cartoon necessarily.
But no shade.
No shade to the cartoon.
We've come back around.
Yeah. But we're still trying to get it right.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
That's got to be so hard.
It is hard because I don't have that kind of brain.
Same.
So I can't tell you what I want. I can just see something and be like, that's not it.
Right.
But I don't know
how to change
it and like what to say necessarily. So I've not been like very helpful.
But like try again.
The artists are great and it's been like fun to see everything.
Yeah, no, I bet. And like to watch it come to life.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes you just want it to be, at least me, I'll be like, oh, whatever. I just can't think about this, But then you'll see something and you're like, actually, I do care.
Yeah,
but
totally.
You'll get there.
I think.
How has the process been? Has it been like cathartic?
It really actually has been like so healing. And I think a big part of why I'm like, okay, I really do want to start dating because the main girl, Phoebe, has this like dating anxiety that I also experienced. But when I'm like writing her and like thinking about her, I'm like, just like, you're so great. Just do it. Like, stop. You're getting in your head for no reason. And so I found myself recently when I've like been in a situation where I've like started to panic. I'm like, you're great. Like,
right. Think about Phoebe.
Yeah. I kind of think about Phoebe. There was something that happened recently where there was a guy that I was like talking to at a bar and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't. I've got to get an Uber.
No.
And then I was like, you know what? Like, what would you tell Phoebe?
Yes.
And so I stayed.
Yeah, because you get like the fight or flight.
Yeah,
like,
I really get such horrible fight or flight that's like, I can't sit here for another second, like trapped in a conversation, like in such close proximity with a man. Like, it's sick. But I was like, you know, what would you tell Phoebe? And so I stuck it out and
was it worth it?
No.
No,
but like I really like I was still really happy about how I like stuck it out.
Because it brings you like a level of confidence.
Yeah.
To know that you can do it. Do you do anything to take the edge off?
I mean, definitely like having a drink helps. Right. But I also like
you can like
on a date like don't want to. I kind of have a like I'm either like not drunk at all or I've let myself go.
Oh yeah.
There's no like, oh, I'm like happy, like tipsy. Yeah. It's either like I'm like really like quiet,
right,
and shy, or immediately
black
like
out.
Oversharing, talking about my parents' divorce. Like there's no in between. So that's a little tough, but I would in theory like love to just be able to like have a drink.
Right. Yeah. And just no same.
Yeah.
I've been like late. Because it's bad for my depression, drinking, I feel.
Horrible.
Not even just the hangover, but like, I don't know. I feel like, it's just the depressant part of it that I can't handle. So I've been being like more sober, going to events and stuff. And I feel once you like break through, if you can, it does give you more confidence because you're like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
But in dating, obviously, I'd have to be like drunk,
high, completely. Something. I wish I could like just like have a little hit of my weed pen.
Yeah.
But I'm like more of a nonverbal high. Or a like paranoid so I just have to be high watching a movie rather than like going out.
I like to smoke by myself for sure, but in the beginning when I was dating girls I would get high because I'm like, at least it's an experience.
Yeah,
I almost want to make it, I feel like I have fuzz in my mouth. I want to make it something.
Yeah.
So I'm adding another layer. At least I'll have a story to tell if I'm high. Like kind of gets me out of the present situation, but maybe in a worse place.
Yeah.
But at least I don't have to.
But at least you're not in the present situation.
Yeah.
Were you on anything? That sounds like really intense. Like were you drinking or on weed?
Yeah.
On your first date with Robbie?
Yeah, both. I had like, I think I had like some kind of a tequila and I was high. So high, in fact. She came like 7 minutes early and I didn't know at the time. Obviously, it was our first date, but she drove a Porsche, stopped in the middle of the road, taking up all the traffic. The muffler needed like some kind of maintenance. It was so loud. And I was like, what the fuck am I getting myself into and why did I have to smoke? But
was she picking you up?
Yeah, she picked me up. She had just washed the car.
Wow.
Which, mind you cannot tell because like she did her like post-factory paint.
Oh my God, she's a riot.
I know. Yes. No. Yeah, she's great.
But
I
love that.
I do. I love to crack a cold one. A cold soda. And do I have news for you? Simply has launched a new prebiotic soda, Simply Pop, the new juicy soda. There are 5 flavors: pineapple, mango, lime, strawberry, citrus punch, and fruit punch. Say less, all my favorite flavors. They're made with real fruit juice because, please, I hate it when they're not. Simply Pop supports gut health with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, no added sugar, and is sweetened with juices monk fruit extract. Now we're talking. Supports immune health with zinc and vitamin C. Simply Pop is a flavor that just pops. I'm always looking for something that's carbonated, and that is Simply Pop. It's a fruit-forward bevy of prebiotic sodas made with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support gut health and vitamin C and zinc to support immune function. I personally like the strawberry flavor because obviously it's the most decadent. So, for flavor that pops, long-winded chooses Simply Pop. Go to cokeurl.com/simplypop to find out where you can try it. We have enough going on, so sometimes you just got to get lost. Sometimes you have to take the long way around just so that you can forget about everything else that's going on. But have you ever gotten lost in a romance novel? And your real world fades away. Sometimes you just need to fully be immersed in a world where fairies do the freaky, the slow burn, the stolen glances, the moment everything changes. You never want it to end. But that's exactly what Dipsia gives you. Whether it's a fiery fling, a forbidden love, or a slow, tantalizing build, with Dipsia, there's a spicy audio story to match your every desire. I know what you guys like out there, and it's something exciting and sexy, and you want to be turned on already. So Dipsia is the female-founded app for spicy audiobooks. They're created by women for the female gaze. We've been begging for 1,000 spicy audiobooks, which Dipsia has over. So it's like, need I say more? With their easy-to-explore app, you can search for your favorite romance genres like contemporary, historical, dark, sports, Western, romantasy, sapphic, and more. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial plus 25% off your annual subscription when you go to dipsiastories.com/GabbyWindy. That's DIPSEA stories.com/GabbyWindy for 30 free days and 25% off your subscription. dipsiastories.com/GabbyWindy. So like with the book, do you have an editor, right?
Yep.
That they like, are they how much, what's your writing process like, I guess? How do you like come up with stories? Or
so for the first half of the book, I was kind of just like making shit up as I went, but I was having I could not tear myself away from writing because it was like a passion project at that point. Like it wasn't, I didn't know if it was going anywhere or anything.
Do you smoke before you write?
No, I can't.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm like so foggy when I smoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I wish I was like a creative.
Right.
But I'm not. I'm like dumb.
No, and at least like sometimes I'm like, I have to smoke in order to like whatever, get my thoughts down or do this or that. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You're actually better when you're sober.
No, I kind of wish that I at least had a little bit of that, but I'm just so brain dead when I smoke.
No, same. Yeah.
Maybe I'm smoking the wrong thing.
Yeah, what are you smoking?
Actually like a lot of gummies, which I think is probably contributing to like the fogginess.
Yeah, I feel like they have like a more mellow high.
Yeah. And I also get a different thing every time. I'm so inconsistent. Like I don't have like one like
loyal.
tried and true. So who knows? But when I was writing like the first half, I was just kind of like free balling it. Just like going in any direction. And then when I sold it, I had to do an outline of the rest. And so this half that I've been writing since I sold it has been based off of an outline, which theoretically should be so much easier.
Right. But what if you want to change something?
I have like changed a few things along the way, but I just think like psychologically, like now it's my job and it's not just like for fun. It's become just like harder because like my mind always has to like make something harder, even though it should be easier.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like the pressure. You like have put so much pressure on yourself. What if I don't deliver?
Right.
Now you know everyone's gonna read it.
Right.
Which is like so exciting. I mean, I cannot wait.
I can't wait. I'll get you an early copy,
God,
hopefully in like September or something.
Yes.
But yeah.
No, yeah. And you must feel like so accomplished after you're done. Like writing is not easy. Do you like wake up early? I've heard some writers do like a 6 to 10 schedule.
Yeah. I am pretty inconsistent. Like unfortunately, like if I'm not in the mood, like it's not going to happen.
No, and good for you.
I wish I had more of a schedule, but usually like first thing I do when I wake up is like make my coffee and sit at the computer and put my phone in my lockbox for an hour.
Oh my God, I've seen your lockbox.
Yeah, my lockbox has been really helpful.
Really?
Yeah, even though I still have access to my iMessage and I'm still using it, just like the not picking up my phone is actually really helpful.
Because it's tempting. It's like
so
a way
tempting.
out. You know you have to work, so you just don't want to. But I also love texting on my computer.
Yeah.
Because you can do it so much faster.
Exactly. But the morning has been probably where I get the most amount of work done. And then some days I literally will like write one word, and then some days it'll be 5 pages, and it's just like depending on my mood.
Yeah.
And I just like have to surrender to that because it is what it is.
No, you're real creative.
Totally.
Totally.
Would you ever want to write?
Yeah, I think so. I feel
I'd read anything that you wrote.
Oh my God, stop. Really? I do like to write because I like to read, but I feel like, you get so in your head. I'm like, what if I'm not as imaginative, or what if it doesn't come out the way I want? You set the standards so high, and it is so intimidating to like sit down and just
totally
like
get
write.
That. I will say I didn't know how to write until I got to like the 50th page of my book. Like it was literally like if someone was like literally like kill your family or let everyone read the first like original 50 pages of your book.
Say goodbye, mom and dad.
I'd be like, I don't know what to do because it's literally like a third grader's like writing project. And then once I hit page 50, I was like, okay, I get it now. And then I just like went back and just like overhauled the first 50.
Right. You can like go back and edit. Yeah. But sometimes it's like, I heard you say on a different podcast, like, just do it no matter like how bad it is. And I feel like that's such sage advice.
I mean, it was literally like a third grader's diary, like the first like original 50 pages. So I really just keep going. And I know that's so dumb, but
no, you have to.
You just have to. Even like if they're like do as many run-on sentences and like it doesn't even have to like be in English because you can literally go back.
Can you speak another language?
No. But like literally some of what I wrote, I was like, this is not like no one besides me would be able to understand this because it's not like written in the conventions of the standard like American English. Like it's literally like, it's gibberish. But you can always go back and just like translate it to something well written
and like clean it up. And the second time around, you're like, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like I speak in such like, I don't know, not even just run-ons, but in and out. So the grammar of it all. And then I could probably have like 4 lines of one sentence.
But I think like if you're writing in first person, which is what I'm doing, like that's so fun because it makes your voice so unique and like you don't have to like write with like typical like grammar and formatting. Like you can do whatever now.
Right? You can just like make it your own.
Yeah. There's no such thing as like a normal way to write in first person.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know like that much about it.
Me neither.
That's surprising.
Me neither. This is the first thing I've ever written.
Really? Yeah. And you're like such a big reader.
I think once I started paying attention to like how the books I like are written, that's when I kind of like figured out how to do it.
What is it?
I don't know.
Say?
No, it's just like
that's what you're drawn to.
Usually like when you're reading, you're just reading.
Right.
But once you start writing, you're reading and you're also paying attention to like the structure and everything like that. And then you kind of just like pick up on
beginning,
it.
middle, and end. I
Yeah.
could never.
No, that's really hard.
Yes, you have to like go back. Do you ever have like a writer's block?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
What
time.
do
And then
you
I'm just like,
do?
I'm done for the day. Because I really like applaud people who can kind of like push through. But I really like, if I'm not in the state, I can't do it. And like, luckily, like I make up for it on the days that I am in the mood.
Yeah.
But truly, like if I'm not in the mood, it's
You just can't. You can't force yourself.
I can't.
How long have you been writing it?
Since last August.
Oh my God.
So it'll
you
probably
did
be
it
a
in,
full
like,
year. Yeah.
That's so fast.
Really?
I feel like it's so fast.
Yeah, I feel like some books are like written in 10 years and some are in like 3 months. Like you just have no idea.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like a good year. It's like then you know it's going to be good. I wouldn't trust a 3-monther.
I also think what's hard is like how are you ever okay with being done? Like there's always something you can change.
Yeah, you want to go back and change and change and change.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like TV shows too, like post-production.
Yeah.
Robbie, she's on Hacks this season, and she's like, yeah, they didn't use some of my scenes. And I'm like, oh, I'm sure they do that with so many things. But imagine being the one who's making the shots. That would you always question yourself, like, should I have left in this scene?
It's so tricky.
But once it's done, it's done. And I feel like there's also like a release in that. You can't go back.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of artists, like writers and actors, don't watch their stuff because it's like, I can't change it. I don't want to watch it if I can't make any changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I didn't watch The Bachelor. Well, I did watch The Bachelorette. I'm lying. I didn't watch Dancing with the Stars back because it was live. But I did watch Traitors.
Yeah.
But like, if I was, I would be one of those. I don't think I'd want to see it.
Yeah. No. Like once this book is done, like I don't think I'll pick it up again.
Yeah. When you know what's in there.
Yeah. I do.
Would you want to do another one?
I have to.
Oh, did you sign?
I signed a 2-book deal.
Okay.
So
is it going to be like a part 2 or something totally different?
I have no idea.
That's good.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
But I wish I could wait and see, like, did you guys like this one?
Yeah.
So I could know, like, if I should do a sequel or what. But I think I'd have to start writing it, like, before the reception comes in. So we'll see.
Yeah. Is it another year that you have? I
honestly, like,
you shouldn't.
It's
know.
out of my hands. I don't know. I don't think it says, like, when. It probably does say when I have to. I don't know.
No, that's great.
I'm pretty like I should know. Like my parents are always asking me like what certain things look like, and I'm like I
know. It's better not to know.
I don't know.
It's like I'll know when I need to.
I know, and I'm also like scared to ask too many questions because I don't want to be annoying.
I don't want to bother you.
And I'm sorry, I do not want to bother you.
Yeah, this is directly related to me, but I
don't want to
bother
bother you. Yeah.
What else here? I have a list of things. Oh, this is one. Do you speed read?
Only if I am not liking something.
Okay.
I'll just speed read until the end.
How do you speed read? I'm such a slow reader, and I feel like my comprehension, I have to reread and reread.
I think if I'm not liking something, I don't care how much I'm comprehending. Like I'm just reading to like get the basic like plot down.
Yeah, just get through it.
Whereas if I like something, I'll read like every sentence twice.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I really like, if I don't understand every little thing, I get like really hard on myself.
Yeah. I heard something once that's like, or because I feel like I'm bad at like regurgitating things. Like I can't explain it.
Yeah.
So while I'm reading or watching, I'll try and read as if I can explain it to
I
somebody
do that
else.
too. I do that too. I was thinking recently, like maybe I should read like one of the classics, like Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, do you read classics?
So I never have, and I don't think I would like them. But I was like, I really should do that.
Yeah, I
went to Barnes and Noble yesterday.
Pride and Prejudice feels like a heavy lift.
It does, but it's like so many people talk about it, and like one of the best romances. So I'm like, I would like that.
Yeah,
and I picked it up and tried to read the first page. The second sentence I read. I mean. 10 times. I
could not.
Never. I couldn't. Yeah. I don't know.
Was it like the language?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I don't like to read classics that are like that. Now I'm on classics because I feel like I've never read in the past. So I want to start somewhere. But I feel like, I'm always drawn to just like authors who speak normal.
I know.
Like just talk normal.
Just do that. And I really I was like, there's no way. Because I'm not like so smart, but I read a lot. And I'm like, if I'm like truly not understanding this, like, are you guys pretending?
Right.
Like,
No.
there's really like, this is not.
That's what it feels like. It feels like it's all a farce, that everyone's in on it, but they don't actually know what's going on. It's bandwagon.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you're understanding.
Or are you just okay with not understanding a few sentences here and there?
Right.
Because like, I'm not.
No.
Like, I want to understand every single thing, or I'll be mad at myself.
Yeah.
You know, or I'll be like,
hate
there must be
myself.
something big I missed, and like I'm missing out on like a huge part of the story.
Yeah, well, exactly. Then you like can't get lost, I feel like,
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to understand.
Totally. Like, I don't want to have to stop and be like, wait, what?
Right.
Every 5 seconds.
And I don't want to like oversimplify it.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's something like that. I'm like, oh, totally. This must be what they meant. And then you're missing half the plot.
Yeah.
I can't. But there's some, I feel like older. I'm trying to think of what I've read recently that's like, okay, this is well, I love Sylvia Plath, but you can't read it.
I can't.
Well,
Because
I think we talked about this last time.
because it will make me like
Yes.
feel sick.
Yeah. It's like heavy on the depression, but she speaks in such an easy to understand way, which I love. And then I also, people aren't going to like this maybe, but Charles Bukowski.
I don't even know him.
He's like a woman hater, but he's of the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but in his writing, like, just easy to understand. Like, I can't, if there's too many vocab words, I'm out of it.
I know.
Participle. I don't know what the fuck.
I know.
Just
I've
give
been
it to me.
writing down words that I don't know a lot.
I do that.
Yeah, but then I just never revisit.
Yeah.
But in theory, that would be like a
Yes.
good thing to have, is like a collection of words that I
Yeah.
have to look up.
No, same. I'll write it down, even like phrases that are like things that definitely people have heard before, like moth to a flame. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah. No, there are so many phrases that I'm like, yeah, I use this, but I don't know what it means.
Right.
Yeah.
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 C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. I read this book recently called The Wedding People.
Okay.
Have you heard of
I
that?
think I have.
It was like a Read with Jenna pick, so it's like kind of like all over.
Who's Jenna?
Like Jenna Bush Hager, you know, her book club, and Good Morning I always forget if it's Good Morning America or The Today Show. I can't tell the difference.
Okay, same. I don't know.
But it's one of those.
yeah.
And
She has a good book club.
I really think it's like
Like, she has good taste.
she has great taste, and it's like
Yeah.
on the same page as like Reese's book club. It's like very
Okay.
popular.
Yeah.
But I'm finding myself to trust her picks.
Oh, I
like pretty.
Yes, you need someone like
Yeah,
that.
I
feel
really
like-
love her.
Yes, and like recommendations for all things.
Yeah.
You can't take a rec willy nilly.
No, I really trust Jenna with my life at this point.
Yeah.
And one of her books, it was called The Wedding People. And like
Okay.
her books really, like the books she picks, like she has a lot of sway. Like there will be a table for them in Barnes and Noble. So I wouldn't be
Wow.
surprised if you've seen it.
Yeah.
But it was about this woman who like went to a really fancy hotel to kill herself.
Oh,
And so that was
see, I
kind
would
of
love
like
that.
I was like feeling sick.
No, you couldn't do it
because the first 50 pages she was like kind of just like preparing for
Oh,
suicide.
God.
And
Yeah.
but what I was gonna say is like towards the end I was like, okay, I feel okay about it now. So maybe
Yeah.
I could read The Bell Jar.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And you would like this book.
Okay, I gotta read it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It was good.
I need some like newer, because now Robbie's just like recommending all these books to me that her mom has recommended to her.
Okay.
And her mom is a real American classic like enthusiast. But I'm like, I gotta get on the new shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
But yes. But yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know people say that about the Bell Jar. There is one storyline that's like, yeah, pretty bad with her, like whatever, attempting suicide and stuff. But I think most of it, I don't know. I think I just like connect to like her writing and the way she explains the like woman experience. And
Yeah.
how she was like all the men, you know, she hated and same,
Yeah.
and they treated her like shit. That's what I go. But then it's like I probably have to read it again. And then there's the fig tree.
Is that is that like you masturbate under the fig tree? Is that what it is?
No, it's like some analogy that this is me and my comprehension level. It's basically like, I think it means like you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I don't know where I got
Yeah.
that
Wait,
from.
let me see. I want to do it justice. It's something we know. She just put it in like, you know, a very beautiful way. And then people just know the fig tree. The fig tree, Sylvia Plath.
It's there's a reference to the fig tree in Hamilton. Maybe you'd like Hamilton.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know about the fig tree, but I know you love Hamilton. A metaphor for the daunting task of choosing a path, which I feel like we all have.
George Washington had to do that.
Oh, really? Is that with the fig tree?
Yes.
What was his path?
He was basically saying that everyone needs to sit under their own vine and fig tree because he was stepping down from the presidency, and no one had done that before because he was the first president, and it was just kind of expected that he would do it till he died.
Oh, wow.
But he was like, no, like I want to step down while I'm kind of on top.
Damn, yeah,
he's forging his own path.
Yes, yeah, he really took advantage of the fig tree.
Yeah, he really did. I don't know where I got the masturbation thing from, and now I'm feeling weird about
I love
it.
It's choosing your own path.
I feel like I read a book about that in high school or something, but then I'm like, no, there's no way. Anyway,
but maybe did George Washington do that in real life?
The fig tree,
or did he step down?
Yeah,
wow,
he did while he was still alive.
I feel like Sylvia Plath influences a lot of culture.
Yeah, totally.
Swift uses a lot of her stuff. She had Sylvia Plath had a blonde summer.
Really?
It was the best summer of her life.
Okay.
That's what they say. Taylor Swift, they say she had a blonde summer. I forget when and when. I'm ready for a blonde summer.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Maybe. Does she, like, what else has she written besides The Bell Jar? Just like collections of stuff?
Yeah. She has like her diaries that she put, because there's drama behind it. Her husband, I think this is what happened, I feel like, with all the women of that time. If you were a talented writer, you had to do it under a pseudonym. They just don't want you to be able to write as a woman. So her husband didn't want her to publish a lot of her works, probably because she was like talking shit on him. And he was like a terrible, I think, abuser. Like people say that he killed her. Not sure.
Wow.
Obviously, well, she did it herself.
Yeah.
But I think he drove her to that. And he, I don't know what he did with them, but he destroyed a lot of her work after her death. So we don't actually know, but she has the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath, which are like, somebody got a hold of them. Even her daughter, I think, is on the dad's side. But they published a lot of previously published work that's like unfiltered somehow.
Wow. Yeah. And you've read that?
No, it's so long. I read some of it though. I can't so much do like diary entries.
Yeah, that's
I want like
tough.
A story.
And she
has a lot of poems, but I can't read poems.
I can't do poems.
I can't.
They literally don't make sense to me.
No, give it to me straight.
I give it to me straight. I can't be beating around the bush like this.
Right. It's like too much of a metaphor.
But I'm so envious of people that can get it.
Yes, it feels like of another dimension.
It really does.
Ethereal.
It's not one that I can access.
No, we're so rooted
in
this earth.
Damn. Yeah. Have you read any Virginia Woolf?
I've tried, but I feel like her sentences are a little, I can't get it. Have you?
No, but I saw something on TikTok that made me really sad about her.
What was it?
It was just like her goodbye letter to her husband.
Oh, because
where she killed herself, and then she was basically like, if anyone could have saved me, it would have been you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But there was nothing that could.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then I started crying.
Oh my God. I took it as he could have saved her, but didn't.
No. As in if I was capable of being saved, it would have been you.
Oh my God.
But I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I've tried. Let me see. Because I just like depressive stuff because I feel like it's so cathartic.
Yeah.
The Yellow Wallpaper. Have you read that?
Yeah, where she goes insane.
Yes. Have you read it?
I think it's like a short story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we read that in school.
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm on now. But I thought it was by Virginia Woolf, but it's not. But it was
Who is
really
that
good.
by?
Charlotte Perkins Gilman.
Oh, Charlotte Perkins. No. But I do remember that one.
But I heard about Virginia Woolf, and this is maybe controversial, but I was like, I can't get into her as much because she's supposed to be feminist too, Yeah. But I couldn't quite get into it, and somebody was like, well, that's because she's like kind of a pick-me.
Really?
She's dead. She can't even defend herself.
What is pick-me about her?
I don't know. I guess she was really writing maybe for the men versus for a woman to understand.
Interesting.
I don't know her feminist takes, but something about it was like more for the boys. That's what I heard.
Oh, Virginia Woolf was for the boys.
So I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
No, that would suck. And also for her not to be able to be like, no.
Right, exactly. No, this is what I meant. So, but yeah, I want to be able to understand her more. Do you have what are your favorite books? Who are your favorite authors?
That's a really good question. I actually read this book that maybe you would like called Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that sounds up
And
my
it's about
alley.
this girl who is just like so afraid of dying in a way like so like OCD. Like the most like the whole book is just her intrusive thoughts of like she'll be fine 1 second and then all of a sudden be like I am in like a decaying like body and I'll be dead and like
that's terrible.
Like, and it's just like the whole book, and a lot of people hate it because they're like, there's no reason for me to be like reading this for 200 pages. It's pretty short, but I love that. And the author's name is Emily Austin, and I want to read her others because apparently they're like similar.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that could be.
I'll have to write
that
it
could
down.
be a good one.
I have a list. Yeah, I like anything that makes me feel something.
Yeah, it made me feel like sick, but I was like, I was also so. Like, I've had so many of these. You know how you sometimes have, like, this is, like, tough because it's, like, tough to put into words. But, like, you have these, like, brief, like, feelings of, like, I'll be dead one day.
Yeah.
And you just, like, don't eat. Like, it's, like, such a pit in your stomach that, like, you can't necessarily put it into words. But it's just, like, the worst feeling.
Yes.
This book is all, like, putting those types of feelings into words, and you're like, yeah, I felt that way.
Yeah.
But you've never like had the words to explain it.
Totally. That's what which same like I think because I was a nurse for so long, I'm not so sensitive about talking about death. So it's like when you read something like this that actually makes you feel about it.
Yeah.
Like I was just so desensitized to it. But I have more recently I've been afraid of dying. I think it's a good thing.
Yes.
Because before
you were like
really
apathetic
cared.
towards it.
Yes.
That's such a good thing.
Yeah. So I think it's actually a good thing. So it'd be nice to like feel something again, kind of like that. Oh fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's fine. But I'm trying to think any other. You was really on a like romantic-y kick that is kind of now I'm just kind of doing like those kind of cartoon romance books.
Yeah, now you're back. See
I'm
what
really
happens?
loving those.
Yeah.
Allie Hazelwood, do you know her?
No.
I don't think you would like them.
Okay.
They're cheesy.
I like have you read the Outlander?
Like the like older like English ones?
Yes.
No, but I've heard so many things about them.
Surprisingly, I read the first one.
They're long, right?
They're so long, but they're so good.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's kind of giving like ACOTAR.
Yeah, those are just they're so long.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done it now. I did it when I was a nurse.
Yeah,
and, like, the whole unit was doing it, and I was on night shift, so I like had to do something.
Yeah.
But now I like a 300 pager
completely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that anything needs to be longer with like a few exceptions.
Yeah.
Especially these like romance books. I'm like, what are you doing in the 400 page realm? Like there's no need for that.
Like let's just get to the point.
Let's get to the point.
It's like a docuseries that's like 6 episodes. It bought too many episodes, but it could be 4.
Yeah.
And the first 2 are just like dragging on. I'm like, I just want to get to it already.
And then they like have like a 3rd act breakup and it's like no one wants that.
Yeah.
Like all of us are reading because it's like happy ever we want like them to fall in love.
Right.
But they just needed to add like 100 pages of like conflict for no reason.
Totally. Yeah. It's like who is this for? It's not for me.
It's not for me. You're hitting your word count, but not for me.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Oh my God. That like it really flies by when I'm here.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Was that an hour?
It was over an hour.
That's insane, Gabby.
Yes.
Like,
it's
wow.
like an hour and 15 minutes. I know. I feel like we could talk forever.
I feel like I really talk too much.
No. Stop. That's literally impossible.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're such a good talker.
You too. Like, I mean, you are really my favorite podcast to go on.
Oh my God. No, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm desperate for guests, you know?
No,
so it's so nice that like you like to come on. I love having you.
No, I really do. I love it. I'll come back anytime, not to invite myself, but
please, all the time.
Okay.
I didn't ask how's Brooke and Connor. Like you guys are bi-coastal.
We're bi-coastal. It's good. We're figuring it out. We haven't really been able to have many guests at all because I don't want to be in a room. Actually, I would be fine being in a room with you. But like with most people, I'm like, I don't want like to be in a room with someone and then you're on the computer and it's just like kind of weird dynamics.
Same.
But other than that, it's been okay.
Yeah.
He's been back a lot, which has been nice.
Oh, good.
But yeah, we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, the people love you.
Thanks. So, love the people.
Yeah,
love the people.
Yeah. Where can we find you?
You can find me. That podcast, Brooke and Connor Make a Podcast, is anywhere you can get podcasts. And I guess on Instagram, it's Brooke Averick. And
and TikTok.
We don't need to even do TikTok. You
Okay.
can Lady Efron on TikTok. And that, yeah. I've been getting really embarrassed about that recently. But anyway.
No, what about it?
I don't know. I'm just like, I want to change it.
Lady Efron?
Yeah.
I saw it today and I was like, why is it Lady Efron? And then I was like, duh.
I was really embarrassed because I had to tell Dylan.
Because you had Dylan.
And so now I'm feeling, ever since then, I'm just like, I want to change it.
I think it's great.
He's the sweetest
Yes.
guy in the world. He's so but I was literally like, I can't. Like having him on the podcast, like the whole night before, I was like talking in the mirror, like, so you might have noticed that. So,
addressing
do I want to talk about it? So.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to lead the conversation.
Yeah.
No, I like it because it connects us to our past.
I just hope I don't have to ever explain it to Zach.
Yeah, I kind of hope you do. I think
but
you would love it.
I'm going to change it before we get we get there.
We'll
but
be Lady something else.
Yeah, that's so true. Lady, that guy on Hinge that won't like me back. So
no, not him. Fuck him.
Fuck
if you're
him,
listening
actually.
if you're listening to this, you're embarrassing to the XY race.
Thank you.
Whatever
Yeah,
that is.
the XY race. I love that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabby. You're the greatest.
We love you.
Love you.